Hi, hello, welcome to some more counselorship. We'll see what it is. Oracle spiritual, how long it goes. Got another ODOF reading. Agents of destruction and fuckery. Agent of death, really. All I know is it's about life purpose. We're gonna get in here. It seems like somebody has been sealed away. The forces that be are becoming the forces that were. And the clock ran out on somebody's fuckery. The jig is up, or is up at least from one facet. I am also detecting that somebody wants to block another person's path because of their divine calling, their sacred purpose. And it's somebody of a position of authority. There might be raining terror down upon another person, whether it's one-on-one or behind the scenes. They're definitely doing some kind of wreaking of havoc. And they want to bring somebody down. Why would they want to do such a thing? We're gonna have to see. Somebody's in a position of power and they don't even know it. They have some kind of franchise or access and they're unaware. Somebody is in a favorable position that they don't know, and people around them, especially their enemy or this one other the other party, definitely knows it. Yeah, they're of an opposing mind. And the opposing party, we are this person. There's somebody who doesn't know they're in a position of power. This person has been trying to get us to change our minds. Who knows for how long? When you see the Ace of Pentacles, it could be upwards of a decade. Usually it's around 40 weeks, like a gestation cycle, but we have it combined with the Hermit. So unless the person is a Virgo North Node or Virgo Mercury, it could be 9 years. We've been in a situationship with somebody 1 to 9 years. They've been slowly trying to get us to change our mind or sow seeds of demise by getting us to think in a way different than our authentic or natural way. So yeah, something's about to shift on that. Yeah, we're just too authentic with the King of Cups. That's our authentic self, true nature. And it came out with the Justice card. So that means we're in alignment because of some kind of spiritual understanding or spiritual connection or spiritual practice. And the kings versus the queens are about commitment to putting energy out. It's called a grand external commitment. So who knows what that is, how that is, what that looks like. It seems like there's obedience and devotion to the Great Spirit. That's another name for God. It can be the divine grace. That's another name for the goddess. But it really feels like we are really devoted in alignment to the all that is, the universal oneness, the unconditional love vibration. And we're looking out into the world with compassion, even if we're being harmed, receiving harm in conflict, somebody starting a conflict or waging a war. And we've made it, we're sitting pretty in some kind of way. It might just be that our soul is clean and pure, 9 of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups keeps coming back, and now it's the King and Queen. So this is the throne of the divine here, the 3. This is the 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and we also have the 3 of Cups. So somebody, and the truth is coming out. This is also Archangel Uriel. It's a combination. Let me sip on some of this tea. I normally make like pineapple lemonade, but my pineapple is gone. I couldn't make any puree. So I had ginger puree for my witchy stuff. So I put some of that in here. So I'm having a ginger lemonade. A little bit of mate. You know, I add herbs to my tea, like sometimes hyssop or sage or this or that, usually vervain. So that's some little riches brew. So this is a person who is devoted to the Lord, devoted to the Great Spirit. Yeah, and I'm hearing Mawusek Polisa. So that's the Great Spirit, Papa Bandiu. We have the Fool, so that's the Lord Brahma there, which means the mind of the Creator, or the consciousness of the Creator. Okay, it seems like some universal or karmic justice is coming. Yeah, and we're sitting pretty in some kind of position. We've done our work. We have nothing to worry about because what's behind us is the truth, some kind of shocking awareness. You see that what's behind us is the truth, some kind of shocking awareness or revelation. And see, the Queen of Pentacles might here be a Virgo moon with the Hermit, but what's in front of her is the eternal kingdom of the divine, the 10 of Cups. So let's see. Oh, yeah, why don't we just go ahead and enter heaven here? Yeah, somebody wants to get into where we are. They want to access what we have. And that's really, they think that raining terror or bringing some kind of destruction is going to do something. Not quite. See, yeah, okay, the tower is the tower. But if you are made of the tower or you own the tower, you know how to make it out. You know where the trapdoors are, where the escape rooms are, where the panic rooms are. And you also know what went into building that tower and how authentic it is. Unless your mind is funny because you're gripped by darkness, that's the thing. The secrets in the tower may be in the tower because of timing, not because of some kind of dark cabal or scheme. Not always are the secrets in the tower negative. They're just hidden, and people are building up a life based off of a lack of truth. Okay, maybe they're lies. Maybe they're intents to deceive. That's a bona fide lie. Maybe they're just untruths, statements that are not actual factual as they appear in reality, but at the time they were thought to be so. But always, usually it's something much more sinister, especially when it won't leave. Okay, so we're sitting pretty. Remember, I'm saying like, so we're sitting pretty with this tower. So this is the voice of God. We have the ear, the voice of God, of the Great Spirit, Papa Bandi or whatever. Yeah, and it just feels like the collective or heaven itself. Yeah. The real recognizes real. If you get an environment surrounding location, this is like a person pretending to be a doctor, and then they get given temporary privileges at a hospital for surgery, and then they open up the cranium and they don't even know where the pituitary gland is. I mean, if you're not around other people who are bona fide, you might be able to the con, the facade, it may get a little traction. But then there's going to be certain areas where there's chosen ones, maybe other professionals, maybe other industry players, where then they can see it, you know. Yeah, we keep moving into higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. I think that whomever this player is, this negative opposition adversarial player, thinks that they're going to get us to come down to their level. They think they're going to get us to trip up. And all they're really doing is adding chaos onto the path. And when we purify that, it gives us more blessings. So they're fueling our come up, which we would have had, but it wouldn't have been so grand, so great. But since we had to overcome extra things, it gave us more momentum. So when we do get up this mountain, we're going to have bigger muscles. And we keep getting to higher ground because we're having to climb over and through obstacles. There's some kind of divine heavenly karma coming. This is called dharma. But it is also spiritual karma for sure. And see, we keep just going to higher ground with the hermit. Something's completing itself, it's wrapping up. We're almost like going on a self-exile, like where we just withdraw. There's things we're not going to deal with. There's certain parties, there's certain places that we don't need to be, we don't need to participate in. And this is probably confusing the enemy. Who knows what that means? If this is an Odif reading, agent of darkness and fuckery, agent of destruction, really. Whatever they're doing, I think it started out as playing with us because they were in some kind of secret. This is a Virgo rising here, somebody with their Mars and Virgo. What they tried to do was repress us, dominate us. And they probably were successful. It took a while. They're hoping to get us to come to them or to show them something by how we react or respond. And we just keep going deeper, deeper, deeper within. And this is enraging them because they were hoping to use the law or use the structure or rewrite something so that it would lead us back onto their path. And that's not what's happening. All that's happening is we're strengthening our muscles. See, the thing about us is that we're not focused on these people, whomever these people are. We don't even need to identify who they are. All we really need to do is take whatever they're giving to us and incorporate it into more. And so they think they can even, okay, see, this is sorcery. We're starting to see that things are illusion, things are or a delusion, confusion. Some things are sorcery. So there's some kind of manipulation, facade even. And I'm a little bit agitated that I'm doing this reading. I was making breakfast and I was gonna do my ritual purification and prepare to start my day. And my meal was interrupted. Yeah, so we're in right alignment. The truth is gonna come out and we're on the good side of it with karma and it's in our position. And see, there's a boomerang energy here. So the energy that they're using, that they're sending our way, it's going to come back around to them, fortunately. And this is the position of the other person. So if you done it, if it's up, it's stuck. Especially with that moon card, it's kind of in the membrane of creation now. Yeah. Somebody is trying to repress us, and what they do is they tinker. This is called intermittent, like it's a narc tactic. Intermittent. Hi, baby. I know you're hungry. You have an hour. Twice a day, honey. I got one of them wild cats, so you have to feed them mostly raw meat. So it's gonna take us a moment to learn. Plus, they're a kitty. So we're both learning what the caloric intake is gonna be. Okay. Bengal and bobcat, which is better because the lynx is nocturnal. I'm not a nocturnal hoe. So this is the thing though, what goes around comes around. This is what we have here. And they keep like doing this intermittent approval kind of thing where they ignore us, they're cold, and then all of a sudden they're getting us back because they're manipulating something. And here it's not actually working. It's very clear to see now all the ways they manipulate. And it's just karmic justice. We've come into alignment and we have a skill that's emerging that we've always had that they never thought we had and we didn't know about it. But it was risen to the surface because, okay, this magic keeps coming back. The tower and the moon card, if it's not post-traumatic, if it's not passive aggressiveness with the hangman see the hangman, the temperance, and the strength card, they can talk about sleight of hand or manipulation, because those are energies that can take over the whole situation. So if it's not passive aggressiveness, which I don't sense here, it's post-traumatic stress. Okay, so they think they're gonna wear us down or do something like that, and really they don't understand our strength. They really don't understand the source of our divinity, which is the creator, which clearly they're disconnected from. They are player of the dark. They play in the dark with that moon card there and that strength card. That's a person who's doing magic. sorcery, and they have insight into their target. Okay. So yeah, let's see what they're after. It's something about our life purpose, because they didn't think that we had certain skills. See what let's see what this is. What are they after? What is, oh, there we go. It's just an ice cube, dear. You're fine. We're fine. Protected. So number one, they don't like how many angels we have guarding us. You're safe and supported while you change your career. Yeah. We also might have had to take a break or step back from something. We might be navigating an area that we haven't before, or doing something kind of different that we haven't before. We're needing to incorporate something. I feel like it's not a massive shift or change, but we're doing a part of it differently, or we're doing something differently in service to what we do, and we're needing to be guided through that. This person, yeah, and we're also going to be putting different things together, like synthesizing. Maybe we're adding some kind of universal nature to our practice, and this is might be a stodgy, stuffy kind of environment surrounding location. The arena that we're in probably has a lot of status quo, or we're dealing with a player that, you know, I'm getting that. This is the way we do things. This is how it goes here. Okay, ho, whatever you say. And they have colorful language, so they always have something to say. And this party that we're up against, this is the notice reading. They may be hidden, they may not. Okay, so we are a teacher, by the way, because we got study, and we got school, and we got counseling, and we got writer. So somebody doesn't want us to start school, or to start a school, or to teach a class, or to do a workshop. They don't want us to learn skills. They don't want us to know more than what they can teach us. Well, if you don't want somebody to learn something, that means you're controlling them. We also have power in our hands with body work. It doesn't always come out. Yeah, we are a teacher. We do have spiritual children here. Yeah, leadership and family. We have our own flock. And then healer came out without the body work. So that when that happens, yeah, we're on the right path as well. And unfortunately, it's through this hole that's fighting with us. So when you have healer and it doesn't come out with body work, what that means is you're doing soul healing. And when body work comes out and healer is not present, for me, it means that there's some kind of energy in our hands. It could be Reiki or whatever, but there's other things that come through the hand. Reiki is a form of energy. It's not as ancient as other forms. Energy healing. I'm hearing the word Iyami. So that's just an African bush witch. It typically talks about a matriarchal tribe that can tap into ancient mysteries, ancient wisdom. And you know, there's 3 sects of those witches: white, red, and black. Okay, so you know what a white witch is. White witches are usually higher than the other witches, like in terms of rank. But you don't find them that often. You don't find them that a lot. And if you do find them, they're typically working in institutions like social work or doctors, nurses. Does that make sense? You don't find them out in the wild on the street. Artist, yeah. So this is put into work. Something that we do, the way that we do it, we're going to change around some kind of industry that we're in, or some kind of way that we do things, or some kind of way that things are done. And that's another thing, yeah, career change, let go. There might be creative expression, girl, creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively, yeah. Options, consider, yeah, and it does say also career change and options. So Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Career change. You are embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So, light and love. We need to put our power into our work. And I'm feeling like we're going to write something or create something, and we're going to put it out to the world, and it's going to bring a flock where we have that leadership, and it's healing. So soul retrieval, you know, I think we might be waking up our light brothers and sisters, the indigo children, the soul family. We might be giving them a place to come when they do activate, when they do awaken. You know, soul retrieval and soul mission. We might be creating refuge and sanctuary for them in some kind of way. And it has something to do with what we're creating. Our powers are going to go into our work. Justice, I'm seeing, oh, and it came back. Strange, is that a printing error? Very odd. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need help. So spiritual teacher, justice. Okay. You heal with classes, sessions, and seminars. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need help. Remember, I was saying sanctuary. We're going to put some, like, we might have healing hands or Reiki hands or activating hands. You know, some people have indigo that come out. Some people have the violet flame, the gold flame. Some people even have the red flame. And if you're not in a dark principality or dominion, that can be safe. When I see red, I have too many qualifying questions, but that's because I'm a spiritual judge. Okay. So let go. There's some environment surrounding location that we're in. We need to walk away from it. Somebody might be trying to push us out. We need to go away and come back later or never. Don't revenge, don't avenge, let them realize. So imagine being kicked out of a situation and then going somewhere else and being much bigger than the situation that you're in. And everybody in that situation wants to incorporate with you. You know, Oprah was once fired. There's a lot of venture capital companies that, you know, deny investment to some kind of, you know, entrepreneurial project, and half a decade later, they're realizing, you know, there's a lot of venture capital firms that have a list of all the investments they skipped out of, and they use that list to motivate them when they're making it. I call it your investment criteria, because those are big winners now. You know, there was one venture capitalist that said, dude, if I would have 2 extra zeros in my net worth if I had just given that person $50,000. So imagine if people giving the time of day or came and heard your side of the story. There's this quote I've been hearing, you know, you're the imbecile who took it from the donkey's ass when you could have just came and heard it from the horse's mouth. I wouldn't want to be in that position. Oh my goodness. And that happens to me a lot too. People get sensationalized because I'm very different, very weird, very eccentric. That happens a lot with strong Uranus or Aquarius energy, Aquarium moon Uranus in the first house. And it's part of a grand trine, my Uranus, with Jupiter, Mars, and my node. So, oh, hoes get all hot and bothered about me. And it's usually a misunderstanding. I just don't act like everybody else does, and people don't take the time to figure things out. They're like, you should. Well, ho, I didn't know. I would have done better. You could have just told me what your needs were instead of, you know, projecting all these judgments my way. So I don't know why I'm hearing that. Justice. But remember earlier I was saying there's something we're doing differently. There's something, I don't know exactly what I'm getting, but this is why this hoe is on our ass, whoever this little agent of darkness is. So why don't we go ahead and yeah, they're a victimizer. I don't like that energy. When a person breaks up with you and then they feel like you did something wrong to them because you're out there living your life and enjoying it, and they're the one who left you behind, that's a low vibrational person, a loser, somebody with something wrong, they need healing. Or even worse, the person's harming you, doing bad things to you, and they feel victimized. I don't understand that. This person plays the role of victim. They want pity. That's called a covert narcissist. And I'm sorry, that means you're fueled by your own brokenness, and that you elicit supply by looking inept or weak or soliciting pity, essentially. And we're on a pilgrimage, but they're putting us through an ordeal. Pardon the squiggles, okay? And they left us behind in a sunken place, this person. That's what they're trying to do. Again, pardon the squiggles. I was using my own ego to write the cards, and then the channel came through and God pushed me aside and was like, oh, do what I'm telling you. I had to squiggle. Okay. Miracle child, I keep hearing that word. So yeah, they're a bully and a dark mother. They're a bully and a dark mother archetype. And they spy, they want to keep us needy. Oh, bully and vampire, really dark, really, really dark, really, really dark. They want to keep us in a begging position, so we're needy, dependence on others to the exclusion of things. They don't want us to confront our own levels of self-empowerment. They don't want us to rise above the level of pure physical survival. They don't want us to awaken to spiritual truths, to awaken to our own individual power. They don't want us to tap into or align to our own source. They want us reliant on them. And really it's because they need that woochie kumbaya lullaby. They need that little, that happens to me a lot. Women attach and they think they're gonna do some kind of nurturing or whatever. That's not how my feelings work. I don't like to pull from sources outside of myself. And when I do, I'm very clear on what my needs are and how I'm willing to show up and how I'm willing to engage. And if you cross a boundary, I have no problem telling you. And I will be very sweet about it the first time, but the first time I'm repeating myself, you're gonna see me become still. I have an air moon, an Aquarian moon that's opposed my Mars. So when you have moon Mars, it doesn't matter. Me being myself, me showing up and being authentic, genuine, and sincere, and my energy could be like a wrecking ball to a hoe that has some kind of agenda, or if not in alignment with their intentions, their objective, their mission. If they're, using tactics to massage and assuage just because they think the truth is going to hurt your feelings, or they don't want you to have the truth, or they don't want your feel. That means you having a fucking agenda, bitch. That's what it means. You have an agenda. And when the vampire and the bully comes out, this hoe is fallen. That's what that means. Okay, conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse or energy manipulation with this vampire here, depleting others for psychic survival, chronic complaining or codependency. This little, okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, and it came back. The mother archetype came back. Mother detective. Yeah, so they keep tabs on people. They're very much warrior. They like to falsify information. They like to paint illusions, confusions, delusions. That's 7 of Cups, smoke screens, gaslighting, love bombing even. And they don't like when the people that they were helping or that they gave a leg up or that they used to nurture become independent. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Yeah, so I'm very independent and it enrages people, but what about you? What happens on your end? And it's not that I don't need people, I'm a Cancer. I love collaboration. I love people around me, but you're not gonna push me this way or push me that way. And you're not gonna do the woo kumbaya lullaby. I hate a hoe trying to soothe me or make me feel better. If I just had a horrible experience, I'm fine sitting in the experience. I don't mind bad feelings. I don't mind hurt feelings. I don't mind difficult experiences. I don't mind cold, harsh truth. What I don't like is when people are withholding things, mainly their intention. Come straight forward with what you want or get the fuck away from me. I won't have that around. And a lot of times when you tell a person, what do you want? I'm looking for some space, And the person's like, can I help you? Can I support you? Yeah, you can give me some space. And they're offended by that, there's something going on. If you're authentic, genuine, and sincere, and kind, caring, and compassionate, loving, when you tell a person what's alive in you, when you tell a person what you want, and they're giving lip service or they're intentionally trying to move your boundary around, I mean, I know that works for other people, that doesn't work with me. I'm not a person you can soothe, you can appease. I'm not a person you can seduce or ingratiate or get to warm up. I'm not, no. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I don't understand your intentions. I don't understand your objective. Your mission is not well defined. Your actions are not matching my intuition. Your actions are not matching what you're saying. I need you to leave because I'm getting agitated and annoyed. That fucks up a fake asshole. When you say that to a real person, they smile, they laugh, they're like, okay, this is what's up, or let me help you, or, you know, this is what I need from you, what I want from you, this is why I'm here. It's only the stupid fake hosts, the imposter spirits that get all manipulated. That's what I'm getting here. Because child, divine, student, visionary, you know, they're a destroyer. They're trying to bring us down. We went back to a dark card. This is green, this is not black, this is black. So this is, yeah, so we're on a path of learning and we're connected to the divine. We have a very special connection because we're coming from a place of innocence, purity, and redemption. We aren't able to defend ourselves very easily. We still get into situations where there's very evil, there's very dark, there's very negative forces around, and they want to feed on us. Yeah, that happens. That's been my experience too. A lot of people with their hands out. Anytime I got something going on, everybody's like, me too, me too, me too, me too. And when I ask for space, people get offended and butthurt. Well, that's not really my problem. I'm telling you what I need from you, you to fucking leave. And you're arguing with me about it. So that means you can shut the fuck up and go away. Okay, I'm sorry. But the truth is, if you can't handle the truth, I can't handle you. Okay, yeah. So this person is unrelenting. They trade their ethical principles for victory at any cost. They have an indifference to the suffering that they're inflicting upon others. When you have a gambler and a lover, all they want to do is remind you of the things that they did for you, but they don't want to do things for themselves and they don't want to take accountability. Relying on luck rather than hard work. This has been coming up a lot. Basically, they don't want to put the time, energy, effort, and intention. They don't want to put the authentic energy in. They don't make good investments. They sow bad seeds and they have bad fruits. This is what I'm getting. And they're obsessive. So, and they demand devotion at any cost. And what they're really doing is sacrificing the eternity of their spirit for the right now. They're only going to worry about today. They're only going to worry about this week. They're not going to go the long run. They're not going to go the long haul. And the mother archetype came back, man, with what this time? They're a victimizer. This little, I got to get out of here. I can't take any more of this. Ooh, wow. Wow. It's too much. It's too much. This is an evil hoe. I don't know what is going on. So they leave us in anguish and pain because that's a form of discipline. And a person that feels like they need to make a point or retaliate or discipline you because you gave them some kind of hurt feeling, and they don't realize that they're the ones that engaged down the path that brought them that hurt feeling. This is a person without self-awareness. That's one of the most dangerous hoes in the world. Somebody that can't see themselves, they can't see what they contributed to the situation. It's like person A is la-di-da, doing their thing, baking a pie or whatever, and then person B comes in and does something that person A doesn't like. Maybe person B attacks person A and person A just defends them. And then person B is like, oh my gosh, why would you do such a thing? Oh my gosh, everybody look at what person A did to me. Okay, well, person B, all person A did was defend themselves from you. And now person A is the problem when you're the one who did the thing they needed to defend themselves against. So regardless of what the reality or the facts are, what's really clear is that person B doesn't have self-awareness or accountability. All right. It's like some abuser getting upset when their victims defend themselves. That means you're a malignant, toxic hoe. And what is a hoe? A hoe is usually female, like a fucker is usually man. But a hoe is coming from the heart chakra down. They're pulling at you. They want something from you. Usually some kind of competition, ego exchange. Because a fucker wants something from you, but it's usually from the heart chakra upwards, okay? All right, excuse the language today. Let's close this out because it's getting hard, man. Yeah, so we're in some kind of position. We have some kind of foundation, and our foundation brings a lot of love. There's people that really authentically, there's people that fuck with us for real. And we have some kind of coveted position. Somebody out there does not like that because they can't build it for themselves. Well, first of all, it's going to be hard to get love from other people if you're not authentic. And whatever you do get, it's not going to last. It's not going to be sustainable. Okay. So we are ruling with the emperor and the magician. And it might also mean that the best is yet to come. We might just be starting or just figuring things out, which means there's a whole bunch of more on the way. And somebody here is, they're an informant or a spy or a Judas, this energy here. They're coming around to see what they can do. They're prospecting, looking for, yeah, this is a spy. Okay, but we're protected, literal spiritual protection. These two cards together, first of all, it means divine protection, heavenly protection. Because we've reached spiritual perfection, and this is a seal of protection. So they're gonna try with all their might to bring our house down. You can try. See what that gets you. I don't know how to help you with that. Yeah, we're starting to become on guard because our peace is being threatened. And we're just gonna bypass the situation with the Six of Swords. We know now we need to be defending ourselves, so, okay. This was the Odif reading. You know, they're attacking, they're sending attack energy, but our foundation is kind of secure, but in the recent past, we were constricted in some way. Yeah, because there's been some deception. Somebody seized upon us with the Seven of Swords, do you see? They're leaving, having bound us, and they're walking towards, they're leaving, having waged war on us with binding, and they're walking towards some kind of hardship. They thought that that's what they're walking towards. They don't understand. I'm the kind of person I can live off, I can stretch $40 for 2 weeks. Well, the cat's kind of expensive. I wasn't planning on that because they're wild cats, so a lot of raw meat. But me, when I'm alone, when I ain't got people to take care of, I can stretch $40 for 2 weeks. So bring whatever hardship you want. Leave me out in the cold all you want to. You know, money comes easily and frequently, and I'm the source, ho, so I can always bring it back. I can always make it rain. You know, me personally, I've left 2 6-figure careers just to sleep at night for integrity reasons. So that's the thing about toxic malignant people. They're always, because they don't have the sight. Real recognizes real. The things that they're nitpicking, the things that they're obsessive about, those are the qualifying terms for them and their distorted mind. We're on some other stuff. So what we're seeing and what we're putting into and the things that we find of value, they're not gonna understand that. They just can't. They don't have a way to there's some energy coming through of this is a general reading, I'm trying to universalize it. There's some energy coming through of the fact that, or the possibility that the opposing party has been on this for a while and they're getting fatigued, but they're trying to double down, triple down, for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that reason is. It's almost like they're gonna die trying. And if we stumble just for 1 second, it'll make their world so happy. What kind of person is that? Okay, so they see blessings coming our way. Look at this person. They have a lot of power, a lot of insight. They're very knowledgeable. They might be using ancient magic with their hermetics, but they're doing fortune telling on us, and they see that we have blessings coming. We're about to be newly famous, new glow up, new boss up, or whatever, what have you. And this is a deceptive person. This person shouldn't be around us. Yeah, and they might be collaborating with people already in our camp. Yeah, they're trying to do magic on our future. They don't want us to come into our destiny. Well, that's a very, very grave mistake. You can get a lot away with a lot as a witch, but if you block somebody's destiny, their divine mission, their sacred calling, the day of their birth, the day of the death, or any of their spiritual blessings and gifts that came from the source, you can't undo that karma. And the thing about it, and this is so funny, God is funny, he'll let you think you got away with something. But that thing you did and that thing you thought you got away with, it'll come back to haunt you. I see it happen all the time. So I don't know who this person is, but they got it coming. To the Seven of Swords, you're definitely damning yourself. Yeah. We're just in a very, very, see, we have so much more. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands. We're full of options. We're full of potential. We're full of possibilities. This person, they're only gonna feel great if they see us lose. They can't go build anything for themselves. They have to see us lose. Okay, that's unfortunate. Wa alaikum, peace be upon you. I hope you get your healing. That's very strange. Yeah, so again, the world card is coming out. When you have the world card and the Queen of Wands, the world's in your hand, especially when the Two of Wands is there with the Queen of Wands. That's just this poor girl, whoever, okay, so it's a female. Oh, okay. Okay, and then again, divine protection just came out with the Seven of Swords. Our future is protected. I don't understand this. This is something else. Yeah, so see that Ten of Swords? That means a hex breaking, a curse breaking, a spell lifting. And now they're fighting their own demise. They were fighting us, but now they can't even touch us. We're untouchable. And we know it. They were told to. They were already warned. They were warned. I'm hearing they were warned several times, half a dozen or more. Yeah, so let's stop reading on this. There's a creative new beginning here, or that's the gate of hell opening up to swallow them back. I'm hearing that. Crawl back in your pit, snake. Okay, well, are the divine police coming? The Gungun coming? Ooh, okay, yeah. So this hellish conditions are over is what that means. Ten of Swords. We're in a favorable position with the Seven of Swords in the Tower. That means they cannot break through our defenses. Yeah, see that? The devil. They're either being thrown in jail or they're in hell right now. They're trying to break out. They do have some kind of spirit that's informing everything that we have going on. There's some kind of spirit interceding on their behalf. Okay, but there's something we could do to put an end to this. And this, I'm getting into an area where I don't want to talk about it because it's, you know, alchemy, it's hermetics, it's occultism. Okay, all I know is that they have a spirit that's assisting them, and the spirit is telling them a lot of what to do. But I feel like this is their last tie to the eternal kingdom. And if they lose the spirit, which probably happens to be an ancestor, a male deceased ancestor, or they could have stolen somebody's powers from the divine realm. That means they took their essence. I hope they didn't sacrifice them. I don't want to talk about any more of that. They're able to come in and out of the hell gate. But once they lose this little assistance, this sacred or divine assistance, it's a wrap for them. And see, the thing is, we have more dominion than this spirit. This spirit is of a lower rank in the spiritual realm than we are here in the material realm. That's a sad, sad story. And also, you see this happen sometimes when you're fighting evil people. It typically is an ancestor, and it means that they destroyed their own family line. This spirit might be coming and giving them warnings or informing on us to them. It could go either way. But if the spirit is giving them warnings, it's because they don't want to further any of the curse on the bloodline. And then if a person's obsessive and deranged, the devil did come out, they're not going to listen to that spirit. But then that means the spirit's weak, because sometimes your ancestors will strike you down. It's called being recalled from duty. They'll strike you down so that your children don't inherit more evil from what you're doing right now. Especially if they're going up against, you see 8 of Cups. With this Knight of Cups, the spirit helping them, they're saying, please stop. Please turn yourself around before it's too late. Time's running out with the 8 of Cups. They're not going. They're not going. This person is destined to destroy themselves. Either of an opposing mind. They don't care. All they want to do is block our path. That's period. And they have now their malevolent spirit comes out. Prince of Cups, that's something from the eternal kingdom trying to give you assistance. Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands, it's something from the infernal kingdom. And see, the wands, they can go into other areas. So look at him rushing right for that eternal kingdom, 10 of Cups. It's not going to happen. Yeah, the only way they can do it is by trying to get us to love them. They want to keep us in some kind of connection. They may also be doing like a spiritual union, trying to marry us in the spiritual realm, so that's an alert. That's another way that the Nine of Cups comes out. They could have done some love situation where they married us in a higher realm. And whenever something is coming down the pike that's gonna affect them, they get an alert. And then they rush back in to do whatever. Their little situation is gonna come crumbling down is what this is, or they're launching an attack, either or. So you're cast out. I rebuke this in the name of our day, Javioso. So I rebuke this in the name of Jesus. You gotta go, ho. Okay, through deception. And it's through some kind of something already in the work, something already being given. The 8 of Pentacles is a good investment that's paying off. It's yielding. It's still enough compound interest. That's the 8 of Pentacles. So it's something that's sturdy. It's something that is cyclical. Like even if you lose your job, you might have very valuable skills. So if you just find another job, those skills are still going to pay off. That's the kind of 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person did something sneaky, and they have some kind of informant, whether it's a spiritual or system. You know what I mean? I stopped watching TV a few months ago, but my friend gave me her Netflix password, and every time, because I have a lot of devices, iPads and computers and Apple TVs and whatever, Um, every time I log in on a new device, she gets an email, right? That's another informant. You know what I mean? That kind of deal. Okay, so we're in a favorable position. It keeps coming out. We have 2 6s here. Okay, so that's support from the universe. And they're not allowed to access our situation. But they're trying to get back in. They keep trying to get back in, and it's not gonna work. So if you're noticing that there's a lot of interference, if you're noticing that it seems like you're hobbled or crippled, or like abundance is disappearing, or opportunities are going by the wayside, especially love or money, it's because when we do get a successive amount of traction in our opportunities and blessings, we're gonna come into a situation where we're leading others. And that's gonna be where we come into all of our celestial endowment, which is another word for spiritual inheritance. Because we're fit to do something. And we can put things together, mix things together in a way which will rewrite a generation, whether it's a generational curse or uplift a generation. And we have the eyesight and the foresight and the acumen. And it's not about knowledge or skills or language structure, knowledge basis, because we have the sensitivity card here. It's like, I'm hearing the word diplomacy. If we do it, it's going to be a lot more successful than if this person did it. But this person wants to be in a leadership position, but we're being given this leadership position. Okay. And again, we need to do some kind of writing or art, because that's where our flock is going to come from. The way we put things together, it's what the universe wants. See, creative expression builder. The way we put things together, listen, this person, this is why we have this agent of darkness, because we're going to change the world. If you have creative projects, honey, keep on working, because you have a flock. Okay. Writing, it keeps coming back. Anybody fighting, anybody hating, that was a hard lesson for me to learn. A lot of people do very microaggression haters. But then watch when your life starts changing, when you start doing what you need to do for you, when you start strengthening yourself, reading books, going to podcasts, blogs, when you start talking to them about how to enrich themselves or the things you're doing to enrich yourself. Like I started running and a friend got jealous of me. Honey, all I'm doing is working on my fitness. I'm a sickly little bitch. I need to do some fitness. Why are you upset with me? I don't get it. That's a sign that they're not messing with you the real way. Say one good thing about yourself and say one bad thing about yourself. And the good thing that you say about yourself will usually make them go quiet. And the bad thing that you say about yourself will usually make them happy. That means you don't need to be messing with them. It's not just writing books, because I don't think we're going to be writing books. I think we're going to be writing something that invites people to come to us. Because we have a spiritual practice and we're going to be speaking to the masses. So that's drafting content for a class. That might be preparing some kind of workshop. That might be preparing some kind of speech. It doesn't mean you're going to be out there doing book publishing, especially right away. It means you need to put your thoughts together, structure them, order them, because we're going to be doing it differently than it's been done before. And children, we have a spiritual flock, period. And it's to wake up the soul family. And this is why this hoe is out there fighting us, because this is an odor reading, agents of darkness and fuckery. This person wants to prevent our path. That's what the Greys and the Jezebels are. They find people on a divine mission and they try to reroute them or steal their spiritual inheritance. Literally what happens. Yeah, I want to lead. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation, and take good care of yourself. Study, keep on improving. Some of us will be writing a book. Reading, research, education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. There was something that I was getting. Um, I like to make vegan grilled cheese sandwiches with all these little, I'm really into marinating bread because it's, gluten-free bread can taste gross. This time I soaked the bread in tzatziki. They have this cohiba cilantro dressing, and it's so good. So my meal was interrupted. I'm gonna eat and go bathe and start my day. It's like still dark outside. The sun hasn't risen yet. I'm getting this energy of this person does not want us to be on our divine mission, because the thing that we're getting blessed with, we're going to do something great with it. And they want our blessings and they don't understand why they don't have them. And I think they had them earlier on in their life. This seems like an older person. And that's just the thing. Like, if you squandered your blessings, or if you're sour hoe, or if you're a dark cloud in the sky, you're not going to be attractive to people. And you might be really ugly. And I'm not exactly talking about your face. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Some people are so spiritual, they're the devil. And like I said, some people are really ugly, and I'm not talking about their face. And I think it's obvious, especially if you have spiritual eyes. Jealousy really is not having a place in spiritual areas, spiritual communities. If you're jealous of individual things you can't see, like a person's abundance on the way, or characters that they develop within themselves because they've done the work, and you lack those characters and you lack those qualities and you lack those traits, and you're still jealous of them, you're not asking them how to get a leg up, where they learn these things, what books they're reading, what podcasts they're listening to, who their mentors are. If you're not inviting them out to lunch, or figuring out what organizations they belong to so you can enrich yourself like they did, that means you are competing with them. And if you have a chance, you'll take from them. And that's just, no, you're going to get cast out of those environments, surrounding locations. And maybe if it's a workplace, that won't be the case. But if it's a spiritual community, you need to understand, evil witches can block other bitches. It's true. But when you're blocking a person's birth, death, their sacred mission, their divine calling, their spiritual abundance because of the gifts that they're going to share with the world, when you're blocking those things, you can't undo that karma. You can't. If you are successfully able to block them, that's where all that divine protection comes from. Those little areas I just rattled off. If you are able to do something, hell to pay. You can't undo that karma, honey. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that was said resonates deeply with you, there's the about section, or maybe like the channel description, or the show notes or whatever. Take good care. Bye, honey.